This is a plan drawing, an image of a plan drawing for 266 Summer Street. I have a note to the architects to ask them for the AutoCAD drawing, but it's the building typology, typical Fort Point channel lofts, brick building, load-bearing brick, exterior walls, a column grid of probably heavy timber, columns will verify that. So the drawing's been scaled approximately, and we're going to draw grid elements, which in Revit are datum. So from the architecture tab, we can select grid. We're simply going to draw right over these approximately. According to the scale, it looks like the spacing of this column grid is 18.5 feet. We may adjust that. So I'm not going for NASA style accuracy here. I'm basically laying out, okay, so the grid element, and let's measure, let's place aligned dimensions between each of these. And what we can do is simply click on the equal, and that will space those evenly. Let's see how that looks. There's some distortion in the drawing because the elements are not either there's some irregularity in the grid, or there's some distortion in the grid lines. So let's leave that for now and draw in the horizontal grid elements. I'm going to change the value to letters, so Revit will increment each according to a letter. A B. Curiously satisfying to draw these things when, well, maybe for me. E. F. Annotate, aligned. Let's see what this yields. Oops. And change. If I were to distribute these evenly, notice when I move the grid lines, because it's grouped, it redistributes the spacing. So if I took number 6 here, it sort of recalculates in between. So let's look at the overall building dimensions. Now we have a wall that's a little bit oblique on that side. let me draw some guides around this and then have a look at the Sanborn map representation of the building and see how that compares. Annotate, detail lines, and I'm going to select the line type because, well, let's go ahead and make our own. I'm not fond of green lines, so we'll go Manage, Additional Settings, Line Styles. Let's create a new style column. Heavy, wide blue. And give it properties blue, a line weight, line thickness of maybe 4. And then go back to Annotate, Detail Line, and choose instead thin lines are wide blue lines, which we just created. So I'm drawing to align to the outside boundaries here. Maybe I'll try this for this oblique line. So that's roughly the shape of the building. If I were to take these lines select just the lines, copy them to the clipboard and say go to level 2, modify, paste, align to current view. I have my outline of the building. Let's stop there.